proportional reasoning. To get to the idea of proportion, we have to start with the idea of a ratio first. A ratio is a fraction-looking thing. If you notice, it's a ratio. And you could use it for comparison. You could write it three different ways. A over B, A colon B, or A to B. A comparison of two quantities. You could compare the part to the whole or the whole to the part. For example, we have a recipe where we have 2 cans of orange juice to 3 cans of water. And then we have another recipe, recipe B, 4 cans of orange juice concentrate to 8 cans of water. Which recipe is more orangey? So notice recipe A is 2 over 3. That means 2 orange, 3 waters. Recipe B is 4 orange, 8 waters. Or you could write it with a colon. You first need a common denominator or a common numerator. It doesn't matter. We're going to go ahead and go for the common denominator. So 2/3, we're going to change it to 16 over 24. And 4/8, we're going to change it to 12 over 24. Now, both fractions, both ratios, have the same denominator. Notice the water was kept constant. So we didn't change the water part. We just made everything have the same amount of orange. So which one is the more orangey? Well, this bottom one is the water. We kept the water the same. So the one that has more orange is the one that's going to be more orangey. So 16 is greater than 12. And the top number represents the orange concentrate. So the water is the same, but this one has more orange than the B recipe. So the A recipe is more orangey. You could have done keep the orange the same and compare the waters. You would have gotten the same result. Then we have the idea of rate. A rate is a ratio between two quantities. A rate is a ratio between two quantities with different units. So notice this is a rate. Why? It's two quantities, miles, a distance, and time. Distance and time are two different quantities. Notice right here, chips and bags are two different quantities, and it's a ratio. So when you have a ratio with two different types of units, you call that a rate. So it's a special type of ratio. Now, ratios also involve problems that have rates, because rates are a special type of ratio. You could have an additive relation, and a relation that's additive, the rates are the same. In a relation that's multiplicative, the rates are different.